Okay guys, I'm going to model my crankshaft assembly now. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a hole through the stock box. So I'm going to come over here and sketch on this side, and I want to put a hole right in the middle. The best way of doing that would be to perhaps draw a couple lines. I'll go corner to corner on this and corner to corner on this, and now I'm going to put a circle right there, and that circle is going to be 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to 3\5, or I could type 0.375, but I'm going to use a dowel that is 3/8 of an inch, and now I'm going to extrude. Oops, I'm going to need to turn on the sketches, and I'm going to click all 4 points of that, and then I'm going to drag that through there as a cut, and now you can see I've opened up a hole for my crankshaft. Now when I create the crankshaft, I'm going to start a new component, and that component, I'll name it crankshaft assembly. Assembly. I'm going to hit OK, and now I'm going to place that crankshaft in there. So the crankshaft is going to have to, I want it to extend it about 1 inch past on each side. The top up here is 5 inches, so I'm going to want to make it a total of 7 inches. So in order to place it well, I'm going to go ahead, whoops, I accidentally had the wrong thing selected. So in crankshaft assembly, I'm going to sketch, and then I'm going to choose this face. I'm going to sketch a circle right there that is 0.375. All right. And now I'm going to extrude that circle, and I'm going to extrude it a distance of 7 inches. So I want that, leaves it out 1 inch past on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Now I'm going to move it, and rather than grabbing it and moving it with my mouse, I'm just going to move that, and I'm going to move it this way 1 inch. So it is really pretty much where I want it to be. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little handle on that. I'm going to have a piece of plastic here that I'll 3D print. So under this, I'm going to right click and hit new component, and that'll be in the crankshaft assembly, so that's what I would call a sub-assembly. And I'll put plastic handle, and I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to sketch right on the edge of this surface. Now I'm going to do a couple concentric circles. I'm going to put a circle here that is 3/4 of an inch, 0.75. And I'll hit enter. I'm going to put another circle. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to come straight across, and this will be a bit smaller. I'm going to make this one 0.5. I'm going to go ahead and space these to be, let's see, 1 inch apart. I don't want to bust my knuckles. I'm going to put 1.5. Space them out, and that'll be keeping it off. That'll keep me away from the bottom just enough we'll see here what I do. I'm going to add a couple lines, a lot like making a cam. I'm going to go a line there to a line there, and a line there to a line there. And then I'm going to go in and make everything tangent. And I already got tangent there and there. I'm going to, on the fly, I'm going to make this 1.25. I'm going to do a little switcheroo. Now I'm going to make sure I have a circle there that is 0.375. I'm going to put one here that is 0.375. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and finish that sketch. Now I'm going to go to extrude, and I'm going to extrude everything. And if you take a look, I'm going to do it a 1/4 inch this direction. So I'm going to do 0.275 or 25 and hit OK. And now I'm going to come back up to my original crankshaft assembly, and you can see what I have going on here. I'm going to right click and put new component, and this will be the dowel handle. I'm not too fancy in naming this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now I am going to sketch on, I'm going to carefully select that plane, and now I'm going to come to the center of that circle, go to 3.75 or 0.375, and then finish that sketch, and then I'm going to bring that out this way, and I'll bring that out, well, let's just take a look at how my hand would fit on it. I think 1.5 inches will do it. So 1.5 inches. I'll go ahead and hit OK. Okay, so I've done a lot, but right now I'm going to grab this and move it, and you're going to see it is not held together. Ooh, so I'm going to hit Control Z, and I'm going to go ahead and do some joints. So I'm going to come up here to assemble, and I'm going to do an as-built joint, and I want a rigid joint between this and this. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to do a as-built joint between this and that main shaft. Oops. I'm going to X out because I'm not sure if I clicked the right thing. I'm going to do an as-built joint between this, and I'll come over here and grab very carefully that. Okay, I'm going to continue. Okay. And I'm going to grab it and check it. Okay, so that is rigidly joined. And now my last one, I'm going to have to come up to my stock box, click there, and now when I do a as-built joint, I'm going to do a revolute joint between that and that. Notice it's animating. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and now I'm going to check. I believe I'm good. Yep, I now have this is all turning. So I'm able to crank that. It fits in there. It looks comfortable to me. When you actually manufacture it, if you want to cut a little short, you'll be able to. But that allows us to use a 3/8 inch dowel. At this point, I might go in and do some physical material. Let's see. Excuse me. I'm going to come in and go to plastic, and I'm going to make that a black plastic. I'm going to come down to wood, and I'll just be probably using a generic pine wood for the handle and the crank, and it's starting to look okay. But now this is the Now I'll end up putting some holes up top here and getting ready for dowels. Exciting stuff. But when you get here and you can do this and it's linked in there, you know you're good to go. Please note that the whole crankshaft is rigidly joined to itself, and then it is a revolute joint to the box.